Firefighters in the Los Angeles area battled heat and flames today. Now, because of that wildfire, the Sky Fire, Six Flags had to be evacuated. Now, people who were in the park posted video on social media. Take a look. Cell phone video posted on social media of parents carrying their kids as they evacuate the Six Flags theme park because of a nearby brush fire. Hundreds were initially told to shelter in place. The flames erupted Sunday around noon and burned near Interstate 5 along Old Road and Skyview Lane. By 2 p.m., the fire, nicknamed the Sky Fire, spread to 40 acres. About 100 firefighters were able to prevent it from moving forward. 9 people were transported to local hospitals for smoke inhalation. Six Flags officials also evacuated adjacent parks due to the poor air quality. Authorities say no structures were threatened. This fire erupted during the first heat wave of the year in California. Temperatures expected to hit in the low 100s by Tuesday in parts of Los Angeles. Here in San Diego, temperatures could hit 10 to 15 degrees above average by midweek. California utility Pacific Gas and Electric Company turned off power to around 27,000 customers Saturday in the Sierra foothills as a safety precaution because of dry and windy conditions. SDG&E tells News 8 they are monitoring the weather closely, but don't anticipate any public safety power shutoffs here. A spokesperson wrote, "Temperature is just one of many factors we use to determine whether it's necessary to turn off power to protect public safety." And SDG&E says it also takes into account wind speed, field observations, as well as moisture levels as well. Now, as of late this afternoon, the Sky Fire was about 20% contained. As for Six Flags, officials there say it will reopen as usual on Monday.